Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat Show here on Buzzin Pattaya, the show where we talk about things that are happening right here, right now, as well as general news, tips, information and advice. Now, joining me today is a man that I've been tracking down for ages and for good reason. Jerry, welcome to the show, my man.
Glad to be here, bud.
So, Jerry, you've done ASQ, and those of you that are part of our Telegram group will know that Jerry's done ASQ, but before we get into that, where are you from?
I'm from America, about 3 hours north of Chicago.
Okay, 3 hours north of Chicago. So you've gone from 3 hours north of to Chicago to Yiam's restaurant here on 2nd Road.
Yep.
Slightly different?
Yeah, the winters in where I live, it's cold.
Is it cold?
I left here on a Friday, or to come here on a Friday. The Friday before, it was minus 27 Celsius.
Damn, really?
No kidding.
Minus 27. So you've gone from like minus 27 to now, what are we now? We must be about 27 plus.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
I like this kind of weather.
Wow. And you know, how many times have you been here to Pattaya?
9-10 times roughly.
Wow. Still feel the same way now as you did when you very first came?
Yes, I would say the only difference now is my first time I was the normal first time person.
Yeah.
But now as I come, I've grown more into the culture of the people.
Yeah.
It's so amazing how you could see a Thai person having the worst day in the world and they'll still be as nice as they can to you.
Yeah.
So,
and you know, when you come here, I mean, what is it you love most about this city? I mean, without stating the obvious,
okay,
what is it you like most about this city?
There's several things.
Notice the pause then.
But this is what hooked me to coming here.
Yeah.
Okay. I came here, my first time, I was supposed to come with a friend.
Yeah.
He bailed. So I said, screw it, I'll go by myself. I'll research so I at least have some knowledge.
Yeah.
My first 5 days were in Bangkok. Then I came down here for 10 days.
Yeah.
I'm a complete newbie. But I went around like everybody else and I found 3 bars that I fell in love with.
Yeah. And they were?
I'm not going to say here.
Okay, all right. Okay.
One of them I know is completely gone.
Right.
This is even before COVID.
Right, okay.
But I came back, I decided before I left here that time, I'm going to come back.
Yeah.
I waited 1 year.
Wow, yeah.
And I came back into those 3 bars, and all 3 of those bars, anybody that was still working there from the year before remembered my name.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It is amazing how they remember these things.
And if you think about it, they see thousands of tourists a year.
Yeah.
And that hooked me. And now I go into some of these bars that I've been in time and time before, and they still remember my name.
Makes you feel good though, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
When you walk in and they go, "Oh, Jerry, you're the man that stole the Telegram group off of Buzzin. That's the one." It must be a good feeling for you. I mean, obviously, you know, before we talk about other things, I mean, let's go back to your ASQ. So you've got here and you're locked up for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
How was it?
To me, it wasn't as bad as everybody's making it out to seem.
Okay.
A lot of people are like, well, you know, how could you be stuck in that room all the time? You're not really stuck in the room. In Pattaya, almost every hotel's got a balcony.
Yeah.
So in the morning, I'd wake up and sit there outside, hear the birds, a beautiful morning.
You didn't consider jumping, did you?
No, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But your telegram also helped me a lot through the...
Well, I mean, it's funny you should mention about the telegram. I mean, before we get into, I mean, what was your breakfast like? Not that we ever found out. I mean, you know, was it nice?
Actually, through the whole 15 days of quarantine, I had one meal that I did not like. It was questionable. But all the breakfasts were good. A lot of the guys on Telegram were giving me grief about you know what Pattaya sausages are. It's a mini hot dog.
Yeah.
You know, in America, you get breakfast sausage.
But you walked into it. You just
I
you
know.
opened the door and went, let's have it, and they gave it to you. I mean, on the subject of Telegram, I mean, I've got to ask this question. I mean, how guilty do you feel about sabotaging and taking over my Telegram group?
Well, okay. When I first got into your Telegram was before I came here.
Yeah.
And people were asking questions about the COE, certificate of entry.
Yeah.
And considering I had just gone through it, and once you read what they want, it's really not a difficult process. So I thought, you know, I see all these guys and people that are interested in coming. Why don't I help them on your Telegram?
Yeah, well, you did help, I must admit.
And from the time I started talking until the time I left quarantine, I know I helped 2 people get their COE.
Oh, well, that's good. That's really good.
And that truly was the only reason why I kind of got a little more involved. And then...
sorry, I'm going to interrupt you there, a little more involved.
No, let me finish my sentence. A little bit more involved. Yeah. And then people just kind of snowballed it on me, and it just kind of got rolling.
They even changed your name to Buzzin Jerry.
I know. I mean,
what's that about? I mean, seriously.
Honestly, I have no idea. And truthfully, I was just there to help everybody else, and that everybody else also was kind of like a support group through the whole quarantine process.
Do you know what, Joe? It was brilliant. I used to love it because, you know, that was the whole reason I set up Telegram. Not for you, but for everybody to interact with each other and do. And you know, you'd wake up in the morning and everyone knew when it was breakfast time because Jerry's breakfast picture would be there. And I mean, I have to say, I mean, you said a minute ago there was not one meal, only one meal that you would refuse. That breakfast looked pretty bad, to be fair.
Yes, the portions were small.
Yeah.
But like the pancakes, they were really good.
Yeah. I mean, you say the portions are small. I mean, would I have lost some weight?
A friend of mine, he just went through quarantine in Bangkok. He lost 6 kilos.
Right. I need to do ASQ then, and I've got to have a crack at that.
And before I came here, I was on a really strict diet. So my calorie count was actually lower than my food in the hotel. Wow. So I gained about a kilo or 2.
Wow.
But in general, I don't think the quarantine was that bad. Is the hotels are doing following the protocol. Once the biggest part of the whole quarantine is your first test.
Right. That's the swap down the nose job, isn't it?
Yeah, and here it's easy. Okay. In America, we call it a brain scrub because they'll put it up into your nose so far you can feel it scrubbing the bottom of your brain.
Wow, wow.
But once you get past that first test, then they're like, all right. And then they relax. Once your tests come back negative, the next day you can come out of your room. You can walk in the courtyard. You just have to call because of contact tracing, part of the COVID protocol.
All right, okay.
And people are saying it's 45 minutes. My hotel, if let's say there was 4 people out in the courtyard, and we're all kind of different areas, they kind of let you stretch it a little bit, you know. One time I was out there for an hour and a half, and the only reason why I came in was because it's starting to get a little too hot, and I didn't have my bottle of water with me. So.
All right, brilliant. Now, we'll talk about the hotel because how were the nurses?
The nurses were cute. Well, okay, everything is done on a no contact basis.
Okay.
Every day you get a menu for the next day.
Yeah.
You have an app on your line or group chat has every resident staying at the hotel for your food.
Right, okay.
And then you also have your no contact with your nurse. Because every day at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, you have to send in your temperature as part of the protocol. So every day I would start doing this, and you're bored, guys. So she'd ask for my temperature, and I'd send a smile sticker, and we just started interacting and talking.
And can everybody else in the group see this? Or?
No. When the nurse one is one-on-one, you only. But the restaurant one, oh, I have a story I could tell you guys about one guy that did not get water when he asked for it. Because all you do is if you're running low on water, you say, can I have 4 bottles of water?
Yeah.
And this guy, I was laughing all day. But no, with the nurses, you just send it every day and you're bored, so I flirted a little bit.
Yeah.
And after I got past my first test, the next day I could go out and walk. And I walked around and found where their office was, and we just started talking.
So all through the process of your quarantine, they were checking your temperature. I mean, when you finished quarantine, did you check their temperature?
No, honestly.
Are you sure?
Everybody, I know everybody here knows that I've been talking to the nurses and everything like that. I have both the nurses' personal line now.
Oh. Well, you know what I'm going to ask you. I'm going to put you on the spot now. And?
Okay, these are not regular women from Pattaya. So the only thing I've done is I've met one for coffee at Starbucks by Central Festival.
There you go, guys. Let's watch what happens, how it develops. Now, I've had some questions from the guys in the Telegram group, and
yeah, I know.
You know, I put out the guys. So one of the questions I had was from Will.
Will, yes.
Now, Will has asked this question: how do you get your hair to stand up so straight?
Like this?
Yeah. I'm jealous.
I use mousse. I use a certain mousse I get from one of my local salons, and I really like how it works. So I bring my own from home.
There you go.
I know you can get almost anything you want in Pattaya, but you know your personal things. I bring them from home.
All right.
So.
Well, that's fair enough. MB. Now, MB is like, stop cheating. Stop trying to look at the question. Yes, you are. I caught you. He's trying to look at the question. MB said, what has been the biggest change that you've seen based on when you were here before to now after you got out of ASQ? What's been the biggest change you've seen here in Pattaya?
Walking Street is terrible.
Yeah. But you say it's terrible, but you know, you found your way to pin-up.
Pin-up? Oh my God.
Oh, pin-up. Yeah, you found your way
That's
there.
actually my first time ever going there.
Won't be your last though, will it?
Oh my. Guys, okay. Number 1 on your list is pin-up. The quality there they're 9 or 10 on the level of, and all of them.
Yeah.
It's
so a regular visit.
I'll probably go there at least one time every time I come here.
All right. So Mark, known as Diligent Crab, he's a really nice guy.
Diligent Crab.
Yeah. Mark. Now Mark's asked you here. Could you have a monogamous relationship with a bar girl? You've got him now.
Okay, guys, most of you know about the philosophy of bar girls.
Yeah.
That is a tough question. Now, if she's been in the industry a while, I would probably say definitely not.
Okay.
But I've also met some that have only been here a few days.
You said to me you've been coming in 9 or 10 years, correct?
No, 9 or 10 times.
And you believe that? When they say to you, I've only just started work, you believe that? You're a seasoned pro, come on.
Sometimes, but, you know, like
Jerry, come on, you know those lines.
I do.
I only start work yesterday.
Yeah,
I never had Palang before and all the rest of it, you know, and they speak perfect English. And you're like, really? Oh, okay.
No, I know one girl, and I agree with you. She couldn't speak a word of English, not a word. And our whole conversation was through my translator all night. And
all night?
All night.
I won't ask what you were trying to translate. I bet that was interesting.
On Telegram, or Telegraph in your chat, I told people my private life is private. So, but that's
brilliant.
You just got to have patience, and a lot of times, if you know the right questions to ask, You can feel out if they're being truthful or not, or how much time they've been here.
So do you know the word tarai?
No.
No, that means how much.
Tala?
Tarai, tarai. Tarai means how much. So that's the one you can learn. And then you can say pang mark. That means, whoa, that's too expensive. So tarai, pan haroi, 1,500, oh, pang mark, madai, madai.
I will say one thing that is severely changed is it's kind of flipped, this change, okay? Before COVID, the bar fines were average, and the fees were higher. Now the bar fines are pretty high, and the fees are lower.
Yeah. I must admit, you know, being here and seeing that change in the demographic area, it really has been a surprise, because you'd think to yourself that everything would be low because they desperately want the customers. But having said that, do you think that that's as a result of live stream?
I do think that every bar that's doing live stream is severely overpricing their bar fine. Like, I know one. Can I say it?
Yeah, by all means, you can share away.
Okay, guys, live stream Old Bar. It's on it's on Soy Made in Thailand. Old Bar. OHBAR.
Oh, I thought you mean O Bar. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay.
They do a live stream every night. They do two sometimes. One from the bar and then one after the bar in a condo. Their bar fine for any of those girls is 2,000 baht.
Damn, that's ridiculous.
I had a friend go there, and there's one girl that's 5,000 for an hour.
Wow. All right, well, we'll leave that one there then, I think. I mean, that's just crazy.
But that live stream, you just sit back and watch, and they have 70 or 100 guys watching. And they'll just buy. So that bar is technically, to me, that bar is ruined for a normal tourist.
Yeah. Another question that Mark Diligent Crab asked was, do you have regular girls that you keep in contact with, that you meet each time you come here?
Well, I have, in fact, this will go part for the quarantine issue. I have a lady that lives in Pattaya. She does not work in the bar. She's never worked in a bar, never asked me for money. I see her every time I come here. And the nice thing about that, guys, and this will help you if you decide to go through quarantine, is before you come, you set something up with them or her or even somebody else you know to help you if you need anything from the outside.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I'm a smoker. You guys on Telegram know that. And I was running low on cigarettes. I had given her money before I came, and she just ran to the store, bought me some cigarettes, and brought them in.
Brilliant. Does this girl that you regularly meet up with, that you're seeing all the time, does she know that you're a butterfly?
We have an understanding.
Okay. I like the way you answered that.
When I come here, I see her. When I am with her, I am 100% dedicated with her.
Yeah.
But when she's not working, okay? And then when she goes back to work, she knows that I go out and party. She knows I meet women and, you know.
Sure. All right, well, that's fair enough.
Her main concern, honestly, is just be safe.
All
all the other guys out there, well, should I do this or shouldn't I? Be safe, guys.
Will has asked a question, and he wants to know, how many noodle carts have you bought?
Noodle what?
Noodle carts for the Thais, you know, the noodle carts that they walk around.
Oh, what's up with that? Noodle, I saw that the other day. Juan Carlos says he wants to buy a noodle cart. And I'm like, why would I want to buy a noodle cart? I really don't know why you guys are going on that.
Well, that was the question Will wanted to know. One last question I want to ask you is, you've done 2 weeks, and you're going to be here for how long?
I'll be here roughly 27 days.
Another 27 days?
Yeah, out of quarantine.
Okay, so 2 weeks, you got 27 days. If you still had 27 days to go, would you have done a 4-week quarantine period and still have had your 27 days? Would you have sucked that in?
Yes.
Would you really? Fair play to that, Jerry. Fair play.
See, okay, my work at home, I'm not going to tell anybody what my work is, but I'm considered essential. I work 14 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I have not had any time off except for like Christmas or weekends for 15 months.
Wow.
So I was getting really burned out about beginning of January when my buddy told me about the process. And so I decided that the quarantine was going to be worth it.
Well, that's fair play, and it was definitely amusing, I have to say. You know, you brought a new light to the Telegram group. It was really interesting, and you know, I know we joke about it, but it was good. You know, you shared a lot of information, etc. I mean, talking about information, you know, you've been here 9-10 times now, so I would consider you to be above a novice.
Yes.
Not quite like the pros yet, but
right.
you know, you are very much up there.
And I will admit, I get fooled a lot too, even now.
My question to you, Jerry, is someone's just got off the airplane for the very first time. What's your one golden nugget of advice to them? Only one.
One golden nugget.
What would you say to that person based on your experience here in the city?
Before you come here, research.
Okay.
Not just about the bars, not just about the bar girls. Also read about Thai laws. There are some little laws here that you can get in trouble for.
Oh yes.
That you don't even know.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, even just we covered this in the video before about like the currency with the king.
Yeah, I did that on accident one time.
Yeah, me too in Bangkok, and I got roasted for it. But all right, well that's brilliant. So next question, I've got 2 questions left for you. Next question is, where is your go-to place here in the city? Where, if I was to go out, say 6 out of 7 days, I know out of one of those days I've got a really good chance of finding Buzzin Jerry right here.
I can't answer that.
Come on.
This is truth to everybody, okay? I treat every soy in Pattaya as an adventure.
Okay.
Yes, I know I got soy 6, you know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, here's one. Ruby Club on soy 6.
Yeah. Doesn't live stream either.
No, well, they try, but then they said, all right, screw it, because it wasn't turned. But most of the time, I just walk up my hotel and say, you know what, I want to go this way today, or I want to go this way. Besides Ruby Club and maybe Billabong on LK Metro.
Pin up? You are taken aback by it, weren't you?
That might be a tough, but it gets really pricey there. That's the only part is.
I mean, when you say prices, ballpark figure?
Do you guys want the truth from last night with her?
Yeah, please.
12,000 baht.
Per?
No, just in drinks last night.
Wow.
That's why I say it can get pricey there.
Yeah.
And okay, this is also another advice for everybody. I tell everybody, have a daily budget.
Yeah.
Don't go back to your hotel room.
Yeah.
But if you get friendly and start buying it, pin up, it gets pricey fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, last question for you before we finish. And it's been an absolute blast. I've loved talking to you, and probably we're gonna have to do this again before you head back.
Definitely.
But a question for you is, what would be your one parting gesture to the Telegram guys?
I wish I had a hot dog. And for your Telegram, I want to thank everybody in there. I really mean this. You guys are as much of a support group for me as I was for you guys to enjoy your day looking at my hot dogs for breakfast. You guys made the quarantine a lot easier.
Brilliant.
So I want to thank all of you. And I'm still on Telegram. If you guys have any questions about quarantine or whatever, just put it in the main chat or send me a DM. I'll try and answer as much as I can. The only thing I know is from before the new rules or whatever that's happening now, but I'll try and answer.
All right, well, I think, and we'll put it out to the guys out there, and not just the guys in the Telegram group, but everyone, you know, it's been brilliant talking to you, Joe. It's been an absolute, but I knew this would be so good. So shall we do another revisit? How long have you got left?
23 days.
23 days. Okay, so how about, what do you think, guys? Shall we do a revisit in another 2 weeks' time and see what Jerry's been up to or been into or whatever? Let's see in 2 weeks' time. Drop a comment below. Shall we go back to Jerry in a couple of weeks' time and say, right, come on, what has Buzzin Jerry, my Telegram stealer, been up to for the last 2 weeks? Jerry, it's been a pleasure.
Not a problem, bud.
Absolute pleasure. It really has been fantastic. It's great to meet you.
I was a little intimidated by this, but I think it was great
you've been
fun.
Brilliant. All right,
Very
guys.
fun.
So that's it from us today here on Buzzin Pattaya. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when we bring out a new video. Don't forget, check out our members area. There's more and more discounts coming from lots of businesses here in the Pattaya City area that I'm negotiating with. And please, just like Jerry, join our Telegram group. Get chatting to Jerry. He's a great guy. It's hilarious. And just ask him about the sausages and the breakfast. You'll be amazed what he can tell you.
I can post more pictures on Telegram if you want.
No. All right, that's it for us today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And please, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.